Okay, hey, good evening, Screaming Eagles. This is actually going out to all the leaders here in the division. And to be honest with you, I woke up this morning pretty much like I've been waking up most mornings, well before my alarm goes off, and thinking about what's going on right here. And as I started to think about that, as I was laying in bed, not wanting to get up out of bed just yet, I thought, I needed to talk to the leaders of this division. With everything that we've been doing lately, we haven't had a whole lot of time to be able to talk, and I wanted to be able to get a message out. So instead of kind of the traditional Eagle 6 sends email that most of you may or may not read, I figured I'd just do this, be able to just talk to you direct. Because the first thought that I had this morning was I imagined that there's a lot of leaders out there that are just like me. That are staying up way too late because you're trying to squeeze in just that last bit of family time every night, and then you're waking up every morning well before your alarm goes off because you're thinking about and you're excited about, anxious about maybe, about the things that have to get done this day. And so I wanted to be able to talk to you because as I think through what we've got going on in this really high up-tempo training density that's going on for the next 45 days to 2 months or so here, I wanted to make sure that I talked to you and I communicated some priorities so that you understand kind of direct from me how I see this time period. Pretty soon you're going to get another leader note. That leader note is going to be talking about what we want to do for this next year. But it was important for me to be able to talk to you about what we've got going on just for the next couple of months. So right now I'm going to talk about 6 priorities. So I'll talk with number 1, IRF and SURF. It's been our priority. It's going to stay our priority, right? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And the nation requires of us to be ready. So as we go into this high up-tempo training density, there's a lot of things that we got to just keep in our minds. We got to make sure that we know where all of our people are at. We know any piece of equipment that we pull off of the ready line that we're putting into training, we got to make sure that we know where it is and that's ready to go. So IRF and SURF remains that number 1 priority so that we're always ready to go whenever that call comes. Now number 2, which has been a change lately, the number 2 priority is JRTC 2410. And while yes, that is strikes rotation down there at JRTC, it definitely is impacting every single one of us. And we have added complexity, and the Army has added complexity to this mission. And so it does. It requires all of us, and we all need to be engaged on it. If you think about it in terms of adding complexity, we've got 6 different FARPs and MSS locations, Mississippi, Louisiana, spread out all over the place. And it requires a team to be able to come together to set all those things up, not just FARPs, but bed down locations for our aircraft and for our people. So that takes an immense amount of coordination. We're adding some things to it in terms of everything that this division has to do for the first 96 to 120 hours to provide that resupply, that sustainment to strike that's fighting it out inside the box because there's no ground lock, something that's never been done before. And then the last piece of this is for strike. They are going to see a rotation that they've never seen before because JRTC has never done a rotation like this, going into multiple dispersed HLZs to a training scenario that is new and that is exciting. The 3rd priority, Warfighter. And I would tell you from having done a lot of warfighters, being in other divisions, even doing warfighters in this division, I can tell you that a warfighter in and of itself will consume all of the bandwidth from the leadership and from the staffs. But we are doing this in and amongst all of these other things. And I'm not saying that it's 3rd priority because I don't want you to put your effort into it. We need to put the effort into it because it is a great training scenario in an Indo-PACOM scenario that we're getting to test drive. And it's a rep that we just don't want to waste. The sim never sleeps. And so I know it's going to require a lot of leaders who are going to be getting after it in that high up-tempo training exercise. Number 4. Transformation in contact. Now, the Army has designated us as one of 2 divisions that's doing this, and you've heard me talk about this before. This is an exciting opportunity for this division because of all the kit and all the things that we've been getting. But we get an opportunity to have assessment number 2 in this JRTC rotation to field new capabilities, test out new structures, and to be able to get after some new capabilities. So it's more than just strike, it's this entire division, and I'm excited to be able to do it. But it also affects everybody because when you think about where this division is going to be 1 year from now, we're going to be looking like a much different division than we ever have looked like before. And so that's exciting, but yet I understand it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of coordination and a lot of crosstalk. And so we got to make sure that we stay true to that, and we're keeping one another informed as we make our way through all of that. Number 5 is Rakkasan's reintegration. So tonight I'm welcoming home Rock 6 and a bunch of his battalion commanders. And reintegration, a redeployment is a turbulent time. It's a turbulent time for that unit. It's a turbulent time for the division. It's a turbulent time for all those families that are out there. And so this is also one of those things that we've got to make sure that we are wrapping our arms around that Rakkasan team as they come back here. We get them the time that they truly deserve, that time with their families, and then we get them reintegrated back into this team so they can join the fight and get on the same trajectory with the rest of this division. So those are the top 5 priorities. Number 6, which is not a small thing, are future operational deployments. Those are critically important, but the only reason they're number 6 is because they're not happening anytime soon. It's not till the spring, but there's a lot of key enabling tasks that the 2 brigades have to do in order to be able to get ready to do that. So that is one of the priorities. So again, I'm talking to you because this is going to take a team of teams for us to be able to come together, to be able to make sure that we do all of the things that we are being asked to do, not just by this division, but by this Army for our nation, in order to be able to deliver the capability that they have come to expect of the 101st Airborne Division Air Assault. Just like our first commanding general said, when the need is immediate and extreme, they call the 101st, right? Because they know that we will execute it to such a high degree that they can count on this rendezvous with destiny. All right, I'll leave you with one last thought. If you want it done, you ask the 101. So thanks for your time tonight. Cool.